Because I'm calling Delta. I've done this times and I haven't called Delta.
Yeah, but you're better.
Because I'm done streaming, it's the same thing.
So how's it rocking?
We're live.
Oh, cool.
And for our Huskies,
Yes,
we got number 4, Jason Montez.
all right.
We got number 12, we got Austin Durham.
Yes, sir.
Number 23,
Steven
Steven Fredericks.
Let's go.
Number 33, senior Drennan McGee. And wearing number 52, Ben Bialik. This is for the championship so far. We are playing Bethel versus Delta for the championship. Winner gets first place.
If
This is the first time in 8 years that Delta has made it to the championship round.
it'll be a big win for Delta.
SpongeBob tear apart his house, the jellyfish. And we are ready for the jump off.
All right.
Austin Durham loses the jump
Right.
off to number 12 from Bethel.
Number 13, Jamin Crowell comes up and he falls over. Number 11 on the ground, Hayden Lieb.
5 seconds into the match, we are already facing 2 shots.
We have Hayden Lieb up, 2 shots. This will be their chance to get ahead. First shot is a in. All right, let's see if Bethel can pull off a second one. All right, he goes for the second shot, and it misses.
It falls short. Ben Bialik knocked down. But the ball rolls out of bounds, and it will be awarded to Delta. Austin Durham, number 12, inbounding the ball to number 4, Jason Montez. Jason Montez taking the ball up the court. Drives in, goes up for the ball, gets hit, does not get
number
called.
13's playing
Number
real
52, Ben rebounds the ball, gives it to Jason Montez, who puts it back in for 2 points.
All right, number 13 off Bethel, starting off, passes it to 12, and then goes over to 1. 1 then passes to 13. And they're going for the layup. Oh,
Jason Montez steals the ball from number 13 from Bethel, goes up, shoots a jumper. It misses. He almost gets his own rebound, and there will be a
number
jump
12,
ball.
Eli Mortison. But,
The jump ball is awarded to Delta. Austin Durham will once again be inbounding the ball. Austin Durham inbounds the ball to Steven Fredericks. Steven Fredericks gets knocked out of bounds.
all right. Number 1 passing off the ball to number 13. Let's see if Jarvis Evans and Jamin can pull off anything here. All right, Jamin's going up the court with the ball. He's going to take it slow here. But, he passes it to number 11. Let's see what Hayden can do. He passes it to number 3. Peter goes around, and Peter's trying to do some turnovers. And then number 11 goes up, passes it to 1. 1 trying to shoot out Steven Fredericks. 1 goes for the shot, and it misses.
Jason Montez rebounds the ball, takes it up the court, stops, shoots a 3. It bounces up the rim. It is rebounded by Ben Bialik, who shoots, and it is in! Putting the score 4-1, Delta ahead.
Right.
Jason Montez steals the ball again, but it is knocked out of bounds. That was a bad. This ref is calling a foul on Jason Montez on the floor.
Crowd doesn't like that one too much. All right, we have number 13. Jamin going off with the ball. He's going to have to pass it to somebody. Looks like nobody's open.
Austin Durham steals the ball, is taking it down the court at full speed. He gets hit while going up.
And it's Delta's ball.
The ball will be awarded to.
Oh, wait.
The ball will
Yeah, it's
be,
Delta's ball.
The ball is being inbounded by Jason Montez. Jason throws the ball to Austin Durham, who fakes a shot, shoots another one, does not go in, but Jason Montez with the assist puts it back in the hole.
All right,
the score is now 6-1.
Jamin tries going down the court, passes it to Jarvis. Jarvis then passes it back to Jamin. Jamin's going up the court. Drennan is contesting him, but he passes all the way over. Number 12, Eli goes for the layup and makes it.
The basket will count, and he will be shooting one more free throw in this situation.
Eli is now shooting one free throw.
Jason Montez keeping his eye open on the outside the three-point line. Number 12 shoots.
All right. And the shot
is no good. It is rebounded by number 52, Ben Bialik, who gives it to Jason Montez. Jason is taking the ball up the floor. Jason passes off to Austin Durham. Austin Durham goes in for a drive. Never mind. He fakes out his opponent, shoots, and it is no good.
Oh. Now Eli's going up the court. He passes number 13. Jamin's going up the court. Let's see what he does here. Passes it back to number 12.
Jason Montez steals the ball once again. He's holding the ball, waiting for his team to get into position.
All right, number 13, Jamin's trying to contest.
Jason Montez goes in for the shot and is fouled. He will be shooting two. Oh, never mind. The shot will be on the ground. They will just be inbounding. Okay.
Two shots.
The ball is on the floor, causing everyone to move forward to inbound the ball. Austin Durham inbounding the ball, gives it to Jason Montez, who is outside the three-point line right now, looking for someone open. Jason dribbles back,
Then we have number
waiting
13.
for his play to set up. Jason Montez passes to Stephen Fredericks, who holds the ball, dribbles it up, gives it to Drennan
Peter
McGee.
is trying to get on to Drennan,
McGee
but
goes
Drennan
up,
will
and he
go for that
shoots,
shot.
and it looks, the shot is on the floor, and they will be once again fouled, but they will be.
Delta's going to be throwing off Austin up.
Austin Durham will be taking the ball and inbounding it. Austin Durham inbounds the ball to Stephen Fredericks, who gives it back to Austin. Austin passes across the court to number 4, Jason Montez, who gives it back to Stephen Fredericks at number 23. Number 52, Ben Bialik receives the ball, gives it back to Jason. Jason goes in. Jason gives it to Ben for an assist, and Ben gets swatted. Ben receives his own rebound, goes back up again, and makes it, making the score now 8-3.
Right, now you have number 13, Jamin is going up the court with the ball. Jamin, let's see what he's going to do. He goes around, passes it to number 1, and gets that layup in. Jarvis with that layup.
Stephen Fredericks inbounds the ball to number 4, Jason Montez. Jason is taking his time, taking the ball up the court this time.
All right, you have number 13.
Jason calling for
Jamin.
something. He gives it to number 23, Stephen Fredericks, who gives it who popped out and gave it to number 33, Drennan McGee. Ben Bialik shoots. It is no good, but Drennan McGee gets the ball.
Hayden. Oh, number 13, Jamin goes up with the ball again and passes.
Austin Durham steals the ball, goes up, and is hit, but he still maintains control of the ball, goes up, and it is another layup. The score is now 10-5.
Good layup.
Delta up ahead.
Number 13, Jamin Crow going up the court again, passes it to 1. Jarvis goes. They do a loop around, and then number 11 goes up and passes it to 12. 12 Eli
makes
goes
the
for
shot
and makes it in.
Jason Montez inbounds the ball to Austin Durham, who gives it directly back to Jason Montez. Jason is taking the ball up the floor. Jason looking tells Steven to go for a baseline cut. Gives it to Drennan McGee, who shoots an open 3. It pops out, but barely.
And number 3 is going up the court. Peter Crow. Let's see what he can pull off here. And he goes trying to go in for that layup, and it barely
Number
misses.
33, Drennan McGee gets the ball, gives it to number 4, Jason Montez. Jason takes the ball, gives it to Steven Fredericks once again. Drennan McGee pops out, gives it to Austin Durham, gives it back to Jason Montez, who is out behind the three.
Number 13 is on Jason.
Jason,
right now.
number 4, pops out, gets somewhat of an opening, looking for an open man. He gives it to Austin Durham in the corner, who shoots. It is no good, though.
And now we have number 13 going up the court. Jamin tries going for the layup, does not go in, unfortunately.
The ball is loose on the floor.
Number 1 passes to number 3, and number 3, Peter goes to the ball, passes it to number 1. Jarvis goes for the shot, and it does not go in. Then
Drennan McGee fouls.
Drennan McGee just fouled number 12. Eli Mortensen gets 2 shots.
That is Drennan's second foul of the game.
Let's see if Eli can pull off at least one of these shots.
The score is currently Delta 10, Bethel 7.
All right, Eli's going up for the shot. The first shot goes, and it is in.
Making the new score 10-8, Bethel down by 2 points.
This is Bethel's chance to just get down by 1 point. Let's see if Bethel can pull it off. All right.
We have number 13, Yeffe, coming in for
Eli
McGee, and Luke Hilton coming in for Steven Fredericks.
All right. Eli is getting ready to go for the shot, and Eli does go for the shot. It
is a miss. Ben Bialik receives the ball, gives it to Jason Montez. Jason takes the ball, opens up his lane, gives it to Yaffe, the senior, who takes the ball. It is rolled out on the floor.
Peter is going to go up the court with it. It looks like he's just going to keep on going. He's going to pass it to number 1, and number 1's going to go around. Number 2 goes right there. Number 2, and then number 12, Eli Mortensen.
The score is now tied 10-10. Yaffe passes the ball inbound to Jason Montez. Jason passes to Luke Hilton. Luke fakes the pass to Ben Bialik, who number 52, who gets it, gives it to Jason Montez. Fakes a pass back to number 52, Ben Bialik. Goes in for a baseline drive, gives it to Yaffe, goes up, and it is in! Yaffe makes the basket.
All right, now we're going to have number 13, Jamin, go up the court with the ball. Let's see what type of play they're going to pull off here. He passes it to number 3, Peter, then he passes it to 12, and Eli Mortensen then goes for the layup and makes the score even. 12-12, folks. 12 points.
Jason Montez taking the ball up the court again. Passes it to Luke Hilton. Luke Hilton passes to Ben Bialik, and the ball is knocked out of bounds.
All right, we have number 13, Jamin.
Number 11 coming in for number 12 for Bethel.
All right, Jamin Crowe's going to pass it to Eli Mortensen, and let's see what Jamin Crowe's going to do up here. Jamin Crowe playing
Jason
nice
Montez
and slow.
picks him up outside the three-point line.
Oh, and he tries attempting to make the bounce pass, and Jamin Crowe goes for the shot. Oh, wait. Number 1, Jarvis. He's going to try and juke out Luke right there, but then number 2 passes it to number 3. Number 3 goes for a shot, and Peter Crowe does not make it.
Ben Bialik rebounds the ball, gives it to Jason Montez, who proceeds to take the ball up the court. Jason Montez looking for an opening. Jason Montez drives in, shoots. It is all short. He gets it again and shoots again, and making the new score 14-12. Delta ahead by 2 points.
All right,
46
Jarvis
remaining.
going up the court. He passes it all the way to
first.
Hayden. Hayden goes and passes it to number 13. Let's see what Jarman can do here. Jarman's going to pass it all the way to 1, and Luke's going to bounce it off.
Luke Hilton intercepts the ball, and it goes out of bounds. With 36 seconds remaining, the score is 14-12. Delta ahead.
Number 11 throws in the ball right before it gets out of zone. Number 3 and continues to go for the shot. Peter makes it, making the score 14-14.
Jason Montez taking the ball up the court. Very slowly, taking his time. Steps over half court, is looking for an open man.
Jarman is trying to get this contesting out.
Jason Montez goes in, drives back out, losing his man.
Jarman is still attempting to try and get Jason to run the clock out.
Jason McGee goes up, and he is fouled.
There's 2.9 seconds.
He will be now shooting 2. with 2.9 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
14-14 is current score.
Delta today seems to not only have their own cheer, but the cheer from every other stands, coming from North Pole all the way clearly to Reddington High.
Jason does make the first shot.
Making the new score 15-14, Delta ahead by 1.
Jason
Jason Montez lines up for his second shot.
All right. Jason ready for the shot, and
on his release,
does.
the ball bounces out,
Thank you.
but it is knocked out of bounds, and it will stay here and be awarded to Huskies. Looks as if number 13 from Bethel will be complaining to the ref about that call. Jason Montez will be inbounding the ball. Jason Montez inbounds the ball to Austin Durham. Austin shoots a 3 and makes it! Makes a buzzer beater! The new score is now 18-14 at the end of the first quarter.
Austin, way to go. Now the score 18-14 with that nice 3-shot in the end.
As the coaches are now talking to the team, it looks as if Coach McGee, Delta's own head coach, is talking to them about some sort of play. Yeah. Looks as if Bethel's coach is telling them about some sort of play on what they could try to do to break Delta's defense.
18-14, it is a fairly close game. Right now, it could be anyone's
It should
game.
be a close game. It is the championship after all. Both teams right now, it is clearly going to be a battle the entire game.
Both teams have
Just
that
wanting to
debate.
know which team wants it most.
If Delta does win this will be the first time in. All right, you have number 13. You have Jarman going up the court. Jarman is being contested by Jason Montez, but he does seem to.
Jason Montez
That's
keeping
number
him back.
2. Nelson goes around, and then he passes it to number 1, and Jarvis does not make the shot.
Jason Montez steals the ball from an underhand tuck, puts it up and back in the hoop.
All right, now you have number 1 passing number 13, and the ref holds the whistle.
A travel by number 13 from Bethel results in an inbound pass. Austin Durham will be inbounding the ball to Jason Montez. Jason Montez taking the ball up the court, gives it back to Austin Durham. Austin Durham goes in, shoots the ball over the defender. It does not go in though. It is not.
Pushes it back in. Nelson then passes it to 13. Jamin is going up the court, and he is contested by Jason Montez yet again. And passes to number 1. Number 2 attempts to bring it back in, and it is out. It is Delta's ball.
No. It is Bethel's ball. As a foul on number 13. That will be Yaffe.
All right, we have Nelson Evans. He's going to be throwing off the ball. Let's see what he can pull off here. Passes to number 12. Eli passes to number 13. And number 2 gets it again. Nelson. And then passes to number 1. Jarvis is going to then pass it to number 2. And number 2, Nelson, is going to continue to go around. Oh, and he goes for the layup, and it makes it in.
Jason Montez takes the ball up the court now, looking for something to do. He calls a play. Jason Montez goes in, fakes a 3 after
Number
picking
1
up his
is
dribble.
Jarvis has been very aggressive.
Swivels around, gives it to Ben Bialik, who gives it back so that way he can dribble again. Jason Montez gives it to Luke Hilton, who takes the ball up top, gives it to Ben Bialik, who shoots a 3 and makes it!
in.
The score is now
Peter
23-16,
Crow
Delta in the
passes it to Number
lead.
12, number 13, Jamin Crow. Then passes it to number 2. Number 2 tries shooting out straight away. And then number 3, Peter Crow goes for the layup and does not go in.
Ben Bialik receives the rebound. Gives it to Jason Montez, who takes the ball up the court. Luke Hilton receives the ball, gives it to Yaffe, who gives it to Austin Durham underneath the basket and puts it in.
All right, now we have number 13 bringing it up the court. Jamin Crow passes it to number 2. Nelson Evans decides to then bounce. Oh, he's going up to the net. All right.
Jason Montez receives the rebound, is getting ready to take it up the court. Jason Montez taking the ball up the floor, calling another play, goes in for a clean drive on baseline, makes it, making the new score 27-16.
Peter then passes it to Jamin Crow, and Jamin Crow passes it to number 1, Jarvis Evans, then goes for the layup.
And there is a carry called on number 1 for Bethel.
Jarvis Evans did get called out for that, and now
there is a timeout called. It will be a full timeout called by Bethel's own coach. With Delta up by 11 points with 5 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the first half.
both teams are looking very tired, and it's not even done with the second quarter yet. All right, the timeout is now over. We will be headed back into the second quarter.
Jason Montez taking the ball up the floor. Calls another play.
He's playing it a bit slower.
Gives it to Austin Durham. Austin Durham shoots. It is no good.
Number 13. Jamin Crow goes up the court with the ball, and then it is intercepted by Ben Bialik.
Ben Bialik rebounds the ball, gives it to Jason Montez, who is now taking it up the floor. Jason Montez shoots a three. It bounces off. It is rebounded by Drenning McGee, who puts it back up. It is no good. Austin Durham gets knocked down on the floor. It is saved, but another rebound by Jason Montez. Jason passes to number 32, Stephen Fredericks.
Ref calls for a hit. Bethel is tied out.
That will be a charge. Austin Durham steals the ball and gets a push called on, and gets up and receives a push from number 3. That will be number 3's second foul in the past 10 seconds.
Looks like Peter needs to slow down on his fouls, or it might not end up good for him.
Austin Durham inbounds the ball to Jason Montez, who gives it back to Austin. Austin drives in, goes in, shoots. Falls short though.
All right. Oh yeah. We have number 2, number 4. Nelson Evans goes over the shot, and it does go away.
Jason Montez inbounds the ball, gives it to Austin Durham, who gives it right on back to Jason Montez. Jason Montez goes in for another baseline cut, shoots, and it is in, making a score once again, 29-18.
Passes back to 12, 13, and Jamin then continues to pass it to Jarvis, and Jarvis passes it to 11. Hayden then goes to
Drenning
McGee, and Jamin and Drennan are on the ground fighting for the ball.
Jason Montez steals the ball and is now taking it down the floor. Jason gives it to Steven who shoots a two-pointer, but it is no good.
All right, it is Bethel's ball. You're gonna have Nelson pick up the ball.
Jason, it's not worth it. Jason, it's not worth it.
All right, Bethel.
Jason Montez seems to be called for a technical foul after getting water on the floor.
Bethel gets one shot. Bethel goes for the second shot. Nelson Evans makes it on the second one.
The call is on number 52, Ben Bialik.
All right, you're gonna have Hayden Leah up and ready for two shots.
Yaffe comes in for number 52, Ben Bialik.
All right, number 11, Hayden Lieb is getting ready for the shots.
Number 12 comes into number 5.
All right, the ball is given to Hayden. He is getting ready for a shot. He's shooting the ball, and he shoots, and it misses.
Austin Durham rebounds the ball, gives it to Jason Montez. Jason Montez gives it to Drennan McGee, who fakes a shot, gives it to Steven Fredericks, gives it to Yaffe. Yaffe gives it to Austin Durham. Austin Durham shoots a three, and it misses.
All right, Nelson Evans is going to pass it to Jamin Crow. Jamin Crow then passes back to Nelson. Nelson, number 2, is getting ready to go to and then continues to fire on the ball with Austin.
There's a jump ball. It is now loose.
All right, number 11 then continues to pass it back to Nelson. Nelson Evans passes it then to Jamin Crow. Jamin Crow passes it all the way to Jarvis, and Jarvis goes for the 3, and it does not make it.
Austin Durham rebounds that ball, gives it to Jason Montez, who takes the ball up the floor. Jason Montez goes in for a shot, shoots, but it is no good.
There's the jump ball.
The jump ball will be awarded to Delta and will be inbounded by Austin Durham.
It will be inbounded by Jason.
Never mind, it will be inbounded by Jason Montez. Jason Montez gives the ball to Austin Durham, who shoots, and it goes in.
All right, number 1 then passes it to number 2. Nelson is going for that layup. He passes it to number 12. Eli Morrison fighting with Austin. Jump ball. Looks like it's going to be Bethel's ball this time. Number 13, Jamin Crow. Does hit the ball. Pass off the Ball attempts to give it to Jarvis, and Jarvis does indeed get the ball. He passes it back to Nelson. Nelson does have the ball. He's going to pass it to Jarvis, and Jarvis is going to continue to pass it to number 11, Hayden Lieb. Hayden Lieb then continues to pass it all the way.
Yaffe steals the ball, gives it to Jason Montez, who is now taking the ball up the floor. Jason Montez calls a play. Jason Montez shoots an open three, misses it though, gives it, Steven Fredericks rebounds it, gets it, shoots it. Austin Durham steals the ball, shoots it, and it is good, making the new score 33, Delta 20, Bethel.
All right, you're going to have Nelson go up the court, then you're going to have Jamin Crow. He is bringing the ball slowly but surely. Then continues to pass it up to Jarvis. Jarvis does try attempting to get the ball. He passes it back to Nelson, and Nelson then holds the ball for a bit. He's going to pass it on to somebody else. No, he's going to dribble it back in. Number 13, Jamin Crow does attempt to go for the layup, and a foul is called. It looks like Jamin Crow is going to be taking 2 shots for Bethel. This will get a chance to win the score by 2. Current score 33-20. All right, Jamin does go for the shot, and it does not go in.
He has one more shot to take.
If he gets this shot, the score will be 33-21. All right, Jamin Crow dribbles the ball. He's ready to get that shot in, and that shot goes
And
right on in.
it is in, making the new score 33-21. Delta in the lead by 12 points. With 1 minute left, Jason Montez takes the ball up the court, gives it to Drennan McGee, who gives it to Austin Durham, who then dribbles, shoots a deep three, barely misses it, goes in, gets his own rebound, and makes a layup. That will put 35 points on the
pass.
35 points.
We have Jamin Crow then continue to pass it right on to Jarvis. And Jarvis does get the ball. He goes for the layup, and it goes in. Making the turn score.
Drennan McGee inbounds the ball to Jason Montez. Jason takes the ball, almost shakes off his defender, gives it to Yaffe. Yaffe goes up, shoots. Appears to be fouled, but no call was made. Austin Durham appears to be hit in the nose. With 9.8 seconds left on the clock, Yaffe knocks the ball back out of bounds, saving them by making them lose 1.3 seconds. The ball is stolen by Austin Durham, who takes the ball down the court with 5 seconds remaining. Gives it to... It looks as if there is a disagree between the 2 refs. One of them is saying the foot was on the line. The other one's saying it was not. The ball will count with 2.8 seconds remaining as with no problem. Austin Durham gives the ball to Steven Fredericks, who shoots over his defender, gives it to Yaffe, receives it, but shoots, but leaving the score going into halftime, 35-23, Delta ahead. Zion, watch my stuff.
Who are you going? Nevaeh. Nevaeh, can you get me food?
Ethan?
What?
He thinks you're a new camera guy. You're not doing his speed. Yeah, you're not doing his speed last time. And we are back, ready to go back into the game. And we are back from the second half, and we are back and into the second half. Huskies will be awarded the ball. Number 12, Austin Durham inbounds the ball to number 4, Jason Montez. Jason Montez bringing the ball up the court. Jason Montez goes in for a clean drive, shoots, and already has scored 2 points, with leaving the new score 37-23 with 7 minutes and 44 seconds
Nelson
remaining.
Nelson does attempt to go for the layup and gets.
Stephen Fredericks almost completely steals the ball, but gets it taken back
Nelson
away.
then passes it to Jamin, and Jamin is going to try and bring it around Jason, but Jason is not letting it happen. Jamin goes for the shot, and it goes in.
Jason Montez inbounds the ball to Austin Durham, who gives it back to Jason, who takes it, shoots it over to Stephen Fredericks, who takes a step in, shoots, and then the ball is taken out of bounds. No, it is a jump ball, and it is being awarded to Bethel.
All right, you're going to have Jamin be getting the ball, and he's going to pass it to Nelson, number 2, moving up the court. All right, Nelson does try and shoot that. He passes it to 11. Hayden then continues to pass it to the line, then passes it back to Nelson. Nelson goes in, tries to open the shot, and it does not go well, unfortunately. And number 3 does get the ball. Peter throw, then passes it back to Nelson. Nelson then passes it to Hayden. And Hayden is trying to shoot out Austin. They eventually do shoot out Austin with the 12, and Eli Woodson does get the shot, making the final score currently 30 seconds.
Jason Montez gives a pass to Stephen Fredericks, who drops it, but it is kicked out of bounds. Austin Durham will be inbounding the ball. Luke Hilton comes in for Stephen Fredericks. Austin Durham inbounds the ball to Jason Montez. Jason passes it to Luke Hilton, dribbles around. Luke Hilton throws it to Austin Durham, who goes in, goes up, shoots, and it is good, leaving the score now 39-27 in the third quarter.
Throw is going up. He passes it to number 2. Nelson Evans then continues to pass it back to number 13, and 13 is not the
Jason
shot.
Montez gets the rebound, slows down his dribbling, waiting for the rest of his team to get down. Jason Montez gives the ball to Austin Durham. Austin Durham looking for a driving lane. Austin Durham gives it to Drennan McGee, who gives it back to Jason Montez, who gives it to Ben Bialik, who gives it to Lucas Hilton. Luke Hilton gives it back to Ben Bialik, who shoots up, making the new score 41-27. Huskies ahead.
Jim Crow then passes it all the way to number 2, which is Nelson Evans. He goes, he's getting really close to the basket, and he does make it in.
Jason Montez will inbound the ball, gives it to Austin Durham, who gives it to Luke Hilton, who gives it to Drennan McGee. There was a turnover called on a travel.
Right, you're gonna have number 2 Nelson is going to get the ball, passing to 13. This is where Jalen Croce is trying to and he passes to number 1. Jarvis Evans then chokes the ball. What?
Looks like a clean poke from up here, but from the other side of the court, it may have looked like a push.
All right, number 13 is going to pass it back to number 2. Nelson Evans continues to pass the ball. Shot going for
Austin Durham blocks a shot.
Oh, and then number 13 does get the ball again. Jamin Crow outside the three-pointer line. It looks like he's
Drennan McGee.
going in for a drive. Pass it to number 1.
Drennan McGee tries to stop a shot. Austin Durham rebounds said shot, gives it to Jason Montez. Jason Montez now taking his time dribbling the ball up the court. Jason Montez breaks it off his defender, gives it to Luke Hilton, who shoots a three. It hits the rim but does not go in.
All right, number 13, Jamin Crow is going to continue to go up the court. He's going to go for the shot. That would have only been 2, but he missed, and now Nelson does have the ball. He passes it to Jamin again, and Jamin does not make the layup. Bethel gets 2 shots now. Penalty called on Delta.
They're just calling fouls. That's what coaching said.
This reminds me of when we were playing.
Yes, they're like Teddy. Ethan, they're like Teddy from Toll.
All right. Jamin unfortunately does not have the first shot go in. We are getting a bunch of players switch in and out right now. All right, Jamin's getting ready for one more shot. If he gets this shot, it will become 40-30. All right, Jamin goes for the shot, and the shot does go in, making the score 41-30.
Austin Durham inbounds the ball to Jason Montez, who gives it back to Austin Durham. Austin Durham shakes off his defenders, shakes off both of his defenders with broken ankles. Luke Hilton will be inbounding the ball. Gives it to Jason Montez, who takes it back up to the top of the black line. Jason Montez passes to number 2, Luke, who gives it to Yaffe, who gives it back to Luke, who gives it to Jason Montez. Jason Montez looking to break his man down, gets a screen, goes in for a drive, goes up, passes out to Luke Hilton, who gives it to Austin Durham. It is saved by Jason Montez, who gets hit.
And number 3 does hit the ball. Peter Crow going up the court. Peter Crow then continues to pass to number 2. Nelson then goes for the
Austin
3.
Durham tries to block it.
And the 3 does not make it in. Nelson goes for the rebound, and he gets it in, making the score 41-32. Timeout Huskies.
Coach McGee from Delta has to walk up and yell practically at the refs in order to get them to hear him. That is how loud it is in this gym. It is a full timeout.
Mrs. McGee.
Most of the gym is cheering for Delta, but there is the loud minority that is cheering for Bethel.
Our main cameraman right now is Ethan Adams.
And he's straight vibing. All right, Delta is getting the ball.
Jason Montez takes the ball up the court, gives it to Steven Fredericks, who gives it back to Jason Montez. Jason Montez gives it back to Steven Fredericks. Steven Fredericks knocked out of bounds, and it will cause the ball to be given to Bethel.
All right, number 12, Eli Morrison is going to pass it off to number 2. Let's see what Nelson Evans can pull off here. Nelson Evans then passes it to number 11. Hayden does attempt to pass it back to number 1. Jarvis passes back to Nelson. Nelson happens to drive in, attempts to drive in, and now there is a in. Or not.
Steven Fredericks receives the ball there, gives it to Jason Montez. Jason Montez looking for an opening driving lane by the looks of it. Oh, he shakes off his defender for a second, gives it to Austin Durham, who gives it to Steven Fredericks, who dribbles around, gives it to Yaffe, who gives it to Luke Hilton. Luke goes in, does a behind-the-head pass, and gives it to Yaffe for a clean.
All right, you're
for a clean layup.
We're gonna have Nelson go up. He got the pass from 13. Let's see what Nelson can pull off here in the zone. He has the ball. He's doing number 13.
It is blocked. The shot is blocked by Austin Durham. It was a clean block.
That is going to hurt Bethel.
Jason Montez taking the ball up the court, breaks him off, gives it to Austin Durham behind the black line. Austin Durham gives the ball to Steven Fredericks. Steven dribbles around, almost loses it, gets held by Bethel, gets knocked down.
The ref called a travel, and the crowd does not seem to be happy with that one. It seems
there was a 5-second call called on number 3 for Bethel. Austin Durham fakes a cherry-picking pass, gives it to Jason. Jason gives it to Steven Fredericks, who dribbles across half, tries to shake off his defenders, gets fouled multiple times, but there were no calls.
Nelson's going up the court, and he is going to try and pass it back to number 13, Jamin.
Austin Durham receives the ball, gives it to Jason Montez, who is now dribbling the ball up the court. Jason Montez looking for an opening. Jason Montez drives in, shoots, misses, gets his own rebound, takes it up top. Gives it to Austin Durham. Austin Durham gives it to Luke Hilton. Luke Hilton drives up top, gives it to Yaffe. Yaffe gives it to Steven Fredericks. Yaffe puts a screen for Steven Fredericks. Steven Fredericks almost loses the ball, but Yaffe saves it. Austin Durham gives the ball to Jason Montez. Steven Fredericks just taking the ball, going in for a nice clean baseline drive, misses, gets hit, gets his own rebound.
Oh, and number 3 does intercept the ball. Peter Crow going up the court. Bethel does look hungry for this game.
Jason Montez steals the ball with 31 seconds remaining. Jason Montez taking his time walking up the court. Jason Montez calling a play, shaking off his defender. With 9 seconds left, Jason Montez goes in for a drive, goes in, and it goes in! With 3 seconds remaining, the score is 45-32.
Shot, and it does not make it. Air ball with Bethel. All right, now it is the end of the third quarter, 45-32. Last quarter, Delta is not ahead by much, but they've kept a solid lead for the entire time. I'd like to think they're awesome gentlemen. They're throwing away a lot of garbage.
Bethel's coach is still trying to figure out how to break and shake off Delta.
Bethel's coach looking angrier and angrier by the period.
At this point, he is entirely red flushed.
The cameraman and the announcer straight is vibing yet again. The question is, folks, who did actually let the dogs out?
Going into the fourth quarter, with 8 minutes remaining. The score, Austin Durham inbounds the ball to Jason Montez. Jason Montez now taking the ball down the court. Jason Montez looking for an opening. Receives a screen.
Number 13, Jamin does pass it over there. And it is 2 for Bethel. Number 11, Hayden Leah gets 2 shots.
That is Drennan McGee's 4th foul of this game. With 7 minutes and 44 seconds remaining.
The crowd is not liking these refs so far. Hayden Leah does get the first shot in.
Making the new score 33-45.
All right, let's see what Hayden Leah's going to pull off. He is going to go for that shot.
He makes the second one, making the new score 34-45. Jason Montez receives the ball from Austin Durham, who gives it back. Jason Montez gets the ball, goes in for a drive, gets hit, but it still puts it in, making the new score 47-34 with 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
Up for Peter Crow. Let's see what he can pull off. He's pulled off some things before, but now is the fourth quarter. Let's see what he can still do. Oh, he passes it to Jarvis. Jarvis brings it out, passes through line, and 13 goes from shot. Damon Crow,
Austin Durham gives the ball to Jason Montez, who gives it back to Austin. Austin shakes off his 2 defenders, gives it to Luke Hilton, who takes the ball, gives it to Austin Durham. A man. Drennan McGee gives the ball to Luke Hilton, who gets fouled. Excuse me! Foul!
Number 1, Jarvis passes to number 13 after the ref not calling an obvious foul.
It is the Huskies' ball. Drennan McGee coming out and being replaced by Yefe.
What is that BS?
Austin Durham inbounding the ball. Austin Durham gives the ball to Jason Montez, who gives it back to Austin Durham. Austin Durham shakes off his 2 defenders once again, gives the ball, this time to Yafe, the senior, goes up for a shot.
Bethel gets the ball, and the crowd is not liking these calls.
Can you hear me when I yell? Who it is?
All right, number 2 is going to go up. Nelson Evans going for the drive-in. Passes it back out to number 13. James passes it to number 1. Jarvis then passes it back to Nelson. Nelson's going to pass it back to Jarvis. Jarvis going for the 3 shot. He does not make it in.
Yafe, the senior, receives the ball, gives it to Luke Hilton, who gives it to Jason Montez. Jason Montez takes the ball up the floor, gives it to Luke Hilton, who gives it back to Jason. Jason looking for an open man. Jason gives it to Yafe, who gives it to Luke, who gives it to Austin Durham, who gives it back to Yafe, who goes up and puts it in, making the new score 49-36.
Nelson is going up the court. He's going to go for a drive-in, and he does not get it.
Luke Hilton gets charged.
That is 2 for Delta.
Do you need a towel? Oh, sure. Are you sure you need a towel? Because last time Jason told him that he got a tag. That's so stupid. Last time Jason said that he got a tag.
Jason Montez receives the ball from Austin Durham. He gives it to Luke Hilton, and the ball is knocked out of his hands, but is knocked out by Bethel. Austin Durham will be inbounding the ball to number 4, Jason Montez. Jason Montez taking his time with the ball, trying to shake off his defender. Bounce passes to Austin Durham, who gives it to Ben Bialik in the key, who gets fouled. Ben Bialik will now shoot 2.
David Leah fouls Delta.
With 5 minutes and 17 seconds remaining, the score currently is 49-36. Delta Huskies ahead.
This is the last period, so Bethel is going to have to work really hard to score over like that. That's what it is. First shot is made by Ben Bialik. Let's see if Ben can put a second one right in the hoop. Current score 50-36. All right, Ben dribbles the ball and he is getting ready for that second shot.
After making his first shot, he goes up for a second, and it is good, making the new score 51-36.
You're going to have Nelson go up the court. He's going to attempt to drive in. He passes it to Jarvis. Jarvis goes for the three, and it makes it, making the score 51-39.
Jason Montez gets the ball, takes it up outside. Jason Montez gives it to Yeffe. Yeffe gives it to Luke Hilton, and the ball is knocked from his hands. But it is once again Delta's ball.
Timeout, White.
A timeout has been called for the Huskies. It's a 30-second timeout. With 4 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, the score is 51-39. Huskies ahead. That is the first warning for both teams as Delta goes back out onto the floor. Austin Durham will be inbounding the ball. Austin Durham inbounds it to Jason Montez. Jason Montez gives it back to Austin Durham, who shoots a corner three. It bounces around. Yaffe gets it, puts up the basket, and it is good, making the new score 53-39.
And he's going to pass it back to number 2. Nelson is going to try and drive in, and he attempts to, but then passes it back to Peter Crow. Peter Crow goes for the layup, and a foul is called.
Looks as if Ben Bialik is being called for that foul.
All right.
That is his 4th foul of the game.
Number 3, Peter Crow. Getting 2 shots on the basket. He's attempting over his first one. His first one does not go in, goes right off the rim.
One shot left.
All right, Peter Crow going for the second attempt of a shot.
And he makes it, but the score is now 40-53. Huskies ahead. Jason Montez gives the ball to Luke Hilton, who gives a long pass to Austin Durham, who gives it to Yaffe. Yaffe gives it to Luke Hilton. Luke Hilton gives it back to Yaffe, who swipes the ball away from a defender. Gives it to number 12, Austin Durham, who gives it to Jason Montez. Jason Montez goes up, drives back his defender, receives a screen, gives it to Yaffe. Yaffe gives it back to Jason, who gives it back to Luke, who gives it back to Jason. Jason back to Luke. Luke moves up, gives it to Ben Bialik, who goes up for a clean layup, making the new score 55-40 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
Jamin Crow then continues to pass it. 3. Peter Crow, seeming not to know what to do. Oh, he drives it in. Number 3. Peter Crow goes for the shot, and it does not make it in.
Jason Montez receives the rebound, waiting for the rest of his team to get down. He waits outside the 3. Jason Montez gives the ball to Austin Durham, who gives it back to Jason. Jason Montez fakes a shot, gives it to Austin Durham, who shoots a 3. Ben Bialik receives it.
All right, Nelson Evans passes it.
That has been by Alex, fifth foul of the game.
Jarvis does get another
Taking him
score.
out.
It's 55-42. Timeout called for Delta. Current time is 2:42. It seems around 1/6 of the stands are for Bethel, but then you have the rest of the teams. It seems to be
It looks as if Ben Bialik went and talked to the ref to see how he got called for a foul. With the players returning back onto the court with 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. The score is 55-42. Huskies winning. Austin Durham gives the ball to Jason Montez, who takes the ball up the floor. Jason Montez gives the ball to Luke Hilton, who gives the ball on a lob to Austin Durham. Austin Durham goes for a drive. It takes a baseline cut, tries to pass.
Number 2, Nelson Evans picks up the ball, passes it to 13, Jamin Crow going up the floor. Number 11, runs for the Hayden Liam Johnson, the 2 points making the score 55. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock.
That is a 30-second timeout. They are back onto the court now. Austin Durham inbounding the ball. Austin Durham gives the ball to Jason Montez.
Jarvis doesn't
Delayed game much? Shot after the whistle. You called that, but you didn't call it that before. That's a delayed win. That's a delayed game too.
Cutter. All right, number 13, Jamin Crow going for the shot, and it's not go
Brennan
in.
McGee rebounding the ball, gives it to Jason Montez.
Our score 55-22, 2:04 on the clock.
Jason Montez has the ball, goes in for a drive, shakes off his 2 defenders, is picked up by 3, gives it to Brennan McGee, gives it to Luke Hilton. Who gives it to Yaffe, who gives it to Jason. Jason goes in for a clean drive, gets picked up, gives it to Yaffe. Yaffe tries to go.
Number 13 going up the court, goes for the layup, and it goes in after the ref calls a travel on Delta for no reason.
Jason Montez gives the ball to Brennan McGee, who gives it to Yaffe. Who gives it to Lucas Hilton, who is stuck in the corner, who gives it to Brennan McGee, who shoots. It is no good, though. It is saved by Austin Durham. That is Drennan's 5th foul of the game. What?
How do you push when it's only 4 feet away?
Steven Fredericks is now entering on the court for Brennan McGee. Jason Montez picks up number 13, outside the key.
Nelson goes for the shot. It does not go in.
Yeah! Steven Fredericks steals the ball, gives it to Luke Hilton, who gives it to Austin Durham. Austin Durham looks, gives it to Steven, who gives it back to Austin. Austin
great.
fakes,
Jarvis
gives it
is
to
ankle.
Jason Montez, who is grabbed. Number 1 with a grab for Bethel. Jason Montez being poked at. There is another foul by number 1. With 45 seconds remaining, the score is 55-46.
Jarvis now has 2 fouls on him.
Delta ahead. Austin Durham inbounds the ball to Jason Montez. Jason takes the ball across the half-court line. Number 1 once again fouls Jason.
That is the third foul.
That is his third foul
Jarvis.
in about the past 20 seconds. Number 1 is being taken off. Jason Montez gets pushed. By number 13. 41.5 seconds remain. Delta Huskies 55. Bethel Warriors 46. Austin Durham inbounds the ball to Steven Fredericks. Steven Fredericks has the ball.
Number 3 just and it does not go in.
Jason Montez fouled. The time again is 31.9 seconds. Full timeout called by the Bethel Warriors coach.
They have blown this whistle more times than they have blown it in the entire game in this past 4 minutes. In this past 1 minute, they have blown the whistle more times than the entire match. What are you supposed to do when the refs are calling against right guys? Because this is even. It's almost as if they're paid off. The only ref. He looks like Alfonso Romero. So it's Alfonso. That's who he's decent now.
Okay. Austin Durham will be inbounding the ball with 31.9 seconds remaining. He gives it to Jason Montez, who takes it up the court. Jason Montez shakes off, is getting chased by the entire team, is breaking them left and right, and is fouled once more. Number 3 from Bethel is fouled. That puts Huskies in bonus, making Jason Montez shoot. He is going 1 for 1 right now. If he makes this one, he's good. Jason Montez goes for the shot. And it is in, meaning that he will shoot another.
Score 56-48, 23.5 seconds left.
With 23 seconds left. Jason Montez shoots the ball, and it is also good, making the new score 57-48 with 23 seconds remaining. Yaffe with a clean block, gives it, which is rebounded by Lucas Hilton, who gives it to Austin Durham. With 11.7 seconds remaining, the score is 57-48. Jason Montez will be shooting. Jason Montez shoots his first shot, and it is in, making the new score 58-48. Huskies ahead. With 11 seconds remaining, he will shoot his second shot. Jason Montez shoots a second, and it also is in! Leaving the new score 59-48 with 11.7 seconds remaining. A three has been fired and it is in. 5 seconds remain. Austin Durham gives Joe Gonzalez the ball and he is fouled by number 2. Joe Gonzalez will be shooting once more. Joe Gonzalez will be shooting. It looks as if everybody from Delta's bench has been put on. Joe Gonzalez going and shooting his free throw. He is ready, and he is released. And it is good! Making the score 60-51 with 2.4 seconds remaining. Joe Gonzalez has another shot. And the second shot is in, making it 61-51 with 2.4 seconds remaining. The 2020 Dean Cummings champions, the Delta Junction Huskies!